Patrick, that was a very impressive performance. I mean, you pretty much dominated in every department tonight.
Yeah, it was a really good performance. I think from the first minute we wanted to put pressure on them and not allow them to have too much time on the ball, and we did it well.
Actually, that sort of win in the manner that you've achieved it, and obviously the results against City, that must give you so much belief that you can beat anyone when you're playing. Obviously, bodes well for 2 weeks' time.
It was a really good game and we played well and we managed to win. But we know as well what is difficult is to be consistent in the performance, and this is where we have to grow as a team, is to repeat those kind of performances, and this is the most difficult things to do in football.
Do you not feel like the last sort of month, maybe a little longer, you've kind of done that 7 unbeaten now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think there is more belief in the team. Players understand better each other, start to really know each other as well. There is a clear idea about how we want to play the game, and again, like today, we scored those goals in a really important moment in the game, and I think that way we manage the game show that we are growing up as a team as well.
How important was that first start? Because one of the things that Arsenal have done well this season is that they've started games quickly, haven't they? So it was important for you to match that, I guess.
Yeah, it was, but you know, the stadium, the atmosphere create that kind of momentum as well to allow ourselves to go and put pressure on the ball, and we needed that kind of game out of possession in a really good way, because if they have time on the ball they can hurt any team, and we didn't allow them to do that today. So when you're looking at up front with JP and Connor, I think they work really well and try to put pressure on the central back and not allow them time on the ball, and that was a really good team performance today. Really good.
Were you happy with how you managed it in the second half as well? They only had a couple of...
Yeah, because you know they bring 1 player, 2 players more up front, and they make it really difficult for us. And we've been running a lot in the first half, so we knew that in the second half we may had to be a little bit more deeper, and we had to accept the dominance of Arsenal during that period. But what was important for us is to keep defending well and not give them so much space. And I think we managed to frustrate them. Vince makes some important save as well. But yes, I think the way we managed the game was really positive.
Hey, Patrick, I have a question. The way you conceded the 2-2 in the reverse feature, do you think that played a role in the way you attacked?
No, I think it's just the team is in a better place, I will say it. I think we managed the game in a really good way. At 2-0, they had the possession, they had a couple of situations, but we didn't concede the goal. We went in the other side and we had this opportunity where Wilfried scored the penalty, and we managed the game really well. You're looking at, you know, having a clean sheet against Arsenal is a really good performance.
Can I ask about Joachim Andersen? A fantastic first half display, and then in the second half lined up a free kick as well. Does he do that in training a lot? Or?
He practices a lot in training, not have so much success, but he's practicing. Joachim is, you know, we know how good he is on the ball. He allowed us to have those players in between the line. He can play and find players in between the line, or he can play the long ball in the channel. He's comfortable technically. And he's a good defender as well, because we talk a lot about him on the ball, but today the way he read the game allowed him to defend well for us.
And can I ask about Cheku? Do you know anything about that? He seems to be limping as he came off the pitch.
He's fine. He gave everything on the field. You know, we had a couple of guys who went in the international and coming back, and that was good that we had 2 more days compared to some of the teams, but there were tiredness in there, but he's good.
And just finally on Connor as well, obviously he had a bit of a knock before, was it his knee?
Yeah.
How important then is his kind of tenacity in midfield that, you know, you wanted to keep him in the starting 11 and played him throughout the 90 minutes as well?
Yeah, we play him because he was ready to go. We don't take, and we didn't want to take any risk. He was fine. And Connor is an important player for us, not just because of the goal he scored, but of the energy that he's bringing to the team. And when he's starting the pressure, everybody following in behind, and that is what we want.
Patrick, you talk about taking risks. How close was Michael Lee say today, and how's he sort of doing?
We have to look at how things goes day after day, but it doesn't look good for the next game.
And Wembley, obviously, the one after that.
We have to see. We have to leave the week and see how he will improve, but it doesn't look good for the next game.
Apart from your English players who who played for England during the week, you've also got two players who'll be going to the World Cup, Cheikhou Kouyaté and Jota.
Yeah.
What does it do for the profile of this football club?
It's massively important. I think those players as well, they are the image of the football club, and to have players going to the World Cup or players going to the international level, it is really good for us because that shows the quality of the players that we have in our football club.
Patrick, obviously Arsenal's a club that's close to your heart, and I don't remember your Arsenal often being out full like they were tonight. I mean, did you suspect that might be the one way to get at them for all the good that Mikel's done with the team recently, that perhaps that was the last piece of the jigsaw that's kind of still missing for them?
What do you mean?
In the fact that if you get in their faces and fight
No.
battles like you did tonight so brilliantly,
No.
that's essential to that.
I think this is the game that we want to play, not just about against Arsenal, against any team. This is something that we want to build as a football club and as a team. We want to have those kind of intensity in our game. We want, of course, to dominate possession. We want to, but sometimes we can't do it because of the quality of the team. But today was about defending well as a team, putting pressure on the central back, putting pressure on the full backs to not allow them to find those players in between the line, because if there is a space between the line, we will be in trouble. And we did it really well. And any time that they managed to find those players, we always had one of our back four who jump out and try to put pressure, especially on Lacazette.
I mean, you know how desperate they are to get back in the Champions League. Does part of you, any small part of you, feel a little bit sorry for what you've done to them tonight?
No, our main focus was to win the game, and the organization of the week or our game plan is always the same. If we play Arsenal or Manchester City, what we want is to try to win football matches.
Okay, thanks very much everyone.
Thank you.
Cheers.